And we have new images from Ukraine this morning. The State Emergency Service of Ukraine released these images today. Look at the destruction to show the impact of Russian shelling on residential areas. According to the statement, the city of Mykolaiv was hit by multiple rocket launchers this morning. Russia has fired around 600 missiles since the start of the invasion, according to a senior U.S. defense official. Russia has roughly 95% of its amassed combat power in Ukraine. A third round of talks between Ukraine and Russia is scheduled for today around 7 o'clock our time this morning. Both Ukrainian and Russian forces are confirmed in this meeting.
We sure hope those talks go somewhere. Russia says it set a ceasefire in major cities across Ukraine this morning to let citizens evacuate, but it offered routes out of Kyiv and Kharkiv that only lead to Russia or its close ally Belarus. Ukraine's vice prime minister shot down Russia's proposal for opening humanitarian corridors in the country. She said that Ukrainians will not go to Belarus and Russia. She called this move an unacceptable variant of the humanitarian corridors opening. She said Ukraine has sent its own vision of humanitarian corridors to Russia in response. Police arrested thousands of people at protests held across Russia on Sunday, all in opposition to Moscow's war in Ukraine. OVD Info, a protest monitoring body, said that as of Monday morning, at least 5,017 Russians were detained in at least 69 cities across the country. Russia's Interior Ministry has said earlier that police had detained around 3,500 people, according to Reuters.
Today, the first trial in the nation challenging police officers' illegal use of force against those protesting the George Floyd's murder will begin in federal district court in Denver. During the summer of 2020, protests and later riots broke out across the country as the world reacted to the news of Floyd's murder. Plaintiffs say that they were exercising their First Amendment rights by participating in protest when they were met with violent crowd control tactics by police. The trial is scheduled to last 3 weeks. Denver police is asking for your help. Listen to this. Finding the person responsible for stealing a box of human heads. Police say they got a report on Thursday about a dolly in a box being stolen from a freight company's truck parked on East 23rd Avenue in the Central Park neighborhood. Officers say the box is blue and white with a label that says exempt human specimen. They say the heads were being used for medical research. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers. If you happen to find the box, call Denver police. And new this morning, a man is looking for his dog stolen along with his car Sunday night.
Right, so we have a picture here of Tango. Adam Hantout says he left his car parked with Tango in it along the 16th Street Mall at Champa Street around 6:30 last night. He says he was getting some food and he left the car running. When he got back, he said the car was gone. Tango is a 5-year-old pit bull cattle dog mix. His car is a red 2016 Chevy Sonic. If you know anything, call Denver police. Deputies in El Paso County are looking for several people they say shot at pawn shop employees during a robbery attempt. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office shared this video of the robbery. Deputies say 3 men walked into the shop yesterday morning, told everyone to get on the ground. One of the men tried to shoot at the employees standing behind the counter. At first, the gun seems to malfunction. The man fixed it, fired toward the workers. Deputies say the bullet hit a display cabinet. Then the suspects ran off. Deputies say they drove off in a gray Honda sedan with temporary plates. They're asking anyone with information to call the El Paso County Sheriff's Office. Demand for free Narcan and fentanyl testing strips is on the rise. The city of Denver says it is overwhelmed with the number of orders coming as part of a pilot program.
And with more people taking this opioid epidemic seriously, the city says that honestly this is a good problem to have. 90's reporter John Glasgow joins us in the studio this morning. And John, fentanyl is turning up everywhere in Colorado, even in the smaller counties.
Yeah, which is why awareness and being prepared for an overdose is so important. In September, the city of Denver started a pilot program to give residents free naloxone, the drug that reverses the effect of an overdose. According to DDPHE, the department received requests for around 3,000 forms within 2 weeks. The uptick for free naloxone and fentanyl testing strips comes after 5 people died in Commerce City last month. The district attorney believes that the group inhaled cocaine not knowing that it was laced with fentanyl. The powerful drug is turning up in smaller communities across the state as well. San Miguel County Sheriff's Office says it recently found a pure batch of fentanyl at a crime scene. The DEA says just as little as 2 milligrams can be deadly. Deputies in southwest Colorado and across the state warn fentanyl is being found in all sorts of unsuspecting substances.
We're not used to that here, and this is a very concerning situation. We just don't want this to get used. It's scary as parents, as a community, that this could be out there.
So the coroner's office in Denver said that nearly half of drug-related deaths in 2021 involve fentanyl, which is up from around 25% in 2019. The city told us that they are getting so much interest that it's taking longer to ship out the Narcan and testing strips. What would normally take roughly a week is now taking closer to a month, Corey.
Obviously a big problem. John, the opioid epidemic is a huge problem. What is the DA in Denver saying about why unsuspecting people are dying from fentanyl?
Yeah, I spoke with some agents a few months ago. They say oftentimes it's people who are prescribed over-the-counter painkillers by their doctors. And when the prescriptions run out and the doctors stop writing those prescriptions, these people are turning to online sellers, and there's no quality control in what they get. The DA says that it is playing roulette every time that you take one of those pills.
Oh my gosh. All right, John, thank you. A federal judge rejected an attempt by a CU former visiting scholar who wanted to stop insurrection investigators from seeing emails about former President Trump. The House committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol says it believes John Eastman committed crimes and that his emails will show President Trump did too. Eastman played a central role in trying to overthrow the 2020 presidential election. He wrote the Trump team's outline on how to overthrow a Democratic election. The House panel subpoenaed his records, including his emails from his time working with the president. Eastman tried to block those efforts, claiming those emails are protected by attorney-client privilege. The House committee believes those emails will show Trump and Eastman broke federal laws by pushing states, Congress, and former Vice President Pence to overturn the election. On Friday, a judge rejected Eastman's argument. Eastman is also asking the judge to delay a hearing set for Tuesday around access to his emails.
And new this morning, former Attorney General William Barr says he believes former President Trump is morally responsible for the January 6th insurrection where rioters took over the U.S. Capitol. But Barr also says that Trump isn't legally culpable. In an interview with Lester Holt, Barr says he thinks this was part of a plan to intimidate Congress, but he hasn't seen evidence that Trump actually committed a crime.